Right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone and rule well. And much peace, safety, and blessings to the hopefully elect out there pushing this truth across the four winds in sincerity and diligence. All right, another lesson. All right, that was on my spirit, basically going into how the Lord will always protect His men. All right, because Yahweh Shem Shai, he handpicked certain men to get this truth. All right, and he's been with them, even since the beginning. All right, even since the beginning, no matter what you went through, Yahweh Shem Shai was always there. All right, even through the falling away, because what? He guided us to the points that we are now. All right, he prepared our foot to walk in the steps that they was in. All right. So without further ado, I'll jump right into it. This is Ecclesiasticus 34 and 13. The spirit of those that fear the Lord shall live, for their hope is in him that saveth him. All right, and we know that the hope, all right, we have hope in Yahweh Shai, all right, because Yahweh Shai, our big brother, all right, he's gonna be the one to deliver us, all right, from the great atrocities that's gonna come upon the face of America, all right, if we be of that number. This is verse 16. For the eyes of the Lord are upon them that love him. All right. So the Yahweh Shemel Shai always watching. He is their mighty protection and strong stay. All right. Because what? The elect won't be moved out of the hands of the Lord. You know, they're gonna be in this thing firm. You know, unmovable, no matter what we go through. It says a defense from heat. All right, and a covering from the sun at noon. A preservation from stumbling. All right, so Yahweh Shemel Shai, his elect, he preserved them from falling. You know, because what he gonna have it to well, not gone, but he has it to well. Hey, if that's my elect men, he won't be overshadowed by this. All right, if this demon come, he'll know how to overcome it. You know, it says and the help from falling. All right. So, hey, man, we can always lean on Yahweh Shem Yahshua no matter what. All right. This is on Psalms 37 and 23. It says, the steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord. All right. And he delighted in his way. You know, the steps of a good man are ordered by Yahweh Shem Yahshua. All right. Because what? Like I just brung out, the Lord, basically, the Lord had to where we walked in the certain walks that we did. All right. In order to repent, turn away from all the wicked things that we used to do, and walk in His way. All right, because what? Every brother that's in this truth, you know, it wasn't not an easy walk. You know, coming up and just going through certain things in life. Like, man, each brother always was caught up in some bullshit. You know, and hey, man, it wasn't the most pleasant things, and things that we went through made us who we are today. You know, because Yahweh Shem Shai grabbed different men from different walks of life. You know, you have some brothers that um in the league, you know, and they chose to through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai, they was able to give that up. Why? Because what? The Lord ordered they steps. You know, had some brothers in army. You know, some brothers liked it gang banging. You know, but through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai, and he ordered their steps. You know, and it's even more things. You know that just can be said. But hey, it's through the will of the Lord. All right, because you can't choose your lot, you know, and that's something scary if you really think about it. You know, you can't choose your lot, and it's true. All right, not to get off subject, but I'm continue on. Is though he fall, he shall not utterly cast down. All right, because it's what a righteous man falleth, get back up. You know, for the Lord, Yahweh upholded him with his hand. All right, because hey, it's in the will of the Lord to pick him up. You know, to pick up his elect whenever we might fall. You know, that's the thing about it. That's the thing that's different from so one of the Lord willing, one of the elect, and then hey, two thirds gonna fall and just be done away with. You know, hey, but the elect man that he being that he fear the Lord, that he gonna get back up, repent, and keep it pushing. All right. It says, I have been young and now I am old, yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. All right, because you won't see Yahweh Shem Yahshua leaving one of his elect men behind, you know, or leaving them out to just to dry out, you know, and die. Because what for one, the Lord is a man of his word. All right. And also, this thing ain't about us. You know, this thing ain't about our will. This thing is about Yahweh Shem Yahshua's will. All right. This thing is all about the Lord. This is the Lord's show. You know, we can only fulfill our lives. All right, that's it. That's all we can do. You know, and just continually hope that we up their number. But this is Psalms 34:7. It says, "The angel of the Most High encampeth round about them that fear Him, and delivered them." All right, just backing up the point, going into you know how even before this truth, when you was caught up in a bad situation, the Lord always had those angels, you know, camp round about. All right, to where if you was in a bad situation, that situation didn't go as bad as it should have went, you know, because what? The Lord had them angels there to make you stronger and build you up for whenever you wake up to knowing what's real. All right, coming into this truth. That's what the Lord did that for. All right, no matter what the situation was. How about Shem Yahshai had different men from different walks, and he dealt with those men. Like I said, even from the beginning, you know, and how so much more now, being that we pushing in this truth. All right, and almost at the end of this thing, you know. So the angels gonna be encamped round about even more, you know, even more around those men that truly fear Yahweh by Shem Yahshai, you know. And what? In the times of Jacob trouble, these men is gonna, the angels gonna be around these men. Yahweh Bashem Yahshai hands are gonna be around these men, guiding them still, you know, in the ways to go. They just stand in their right spirit. All right. This is Psalms 18:2. It says, "The Most High is my rock and my fortress, my deliverer, my power, my strength, in whom I will trust. All right, my buckler and the horn of my salvation, my higher tower." All right, and Yahweh Shem Yahshai is our foundation. All right, that's that unmovable foundation. All right, cause when everything when everything hit the fan, you don't want to have a weak foundation to where when martial law and different truths be knocking on your door. You know, if that be the case, or you have to go this way and that way, you start panicking to where, you just give up. You know, you give up and take the truth. Salak, you give up and take the chip. You know, you don't want that, and that's what all these other camps are gonna do. All these other camps are gonna do that because what? They don't have Yahweh Shem Shai established as being their rock. You know, so they gonna fall. They gonna fall and they gonna be put to death. Just moving on. This is Genesis 39. All right, going into how Joseph. You know, Joseph was in a real messed up situation. You know, woman accused Joseph as raping her. You know, because he left his garment at the crib. or this house. You know? But what? Hey, Yahweh Shemel Shah had his hands around Joseph. But let me just get into it. This Genesis 39:20. And Joseph's master took him and put him into the prison, a place where the king's prisoners were bound. And he was there in the prison. And Yahweh was with Joseph and shewed him mercy. So, hey, Yahweh Shemel Shah had favor towards Joseph while he was in the prison, and gave him favor in the sight of the keeper of the prison. All right, so even the guards showed Joseph a certain respect. You know, it says, and the keeper of the prison committed Joseph's hand all the prisoners that were in the prison. So he was basically above them, basically like a overseer. It says, and whatsoever they did there, he was the doer of it. The keeper of the prison looked not to anything that was under his hand, because the Most High was with him, and that which he did, the Lord made it to prosper. All right, so Joseph went through all these the little incident. All right, then he was casted into jail, and he was actually in there interpreting dreams. To certain people, he was interpreting dreams. And then, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai, they had favor on Joseph. All right. And nothing was able to come up against Joseph, because what? The Lord was with him. And being in jail, I never personally been in jail, but it's really it's not a good place, to be in. You know, you have to deal with wicked niggas. All right. It's just a bad situation that you have to be caught up in. All right, but at this time, the men of the Lord was what? They was austere. They was hard and tough men. All right, but just uh stand on subject. The Lord kept his hands around Joseph that whole time. You know, that whole time, to where he had favor in the jail. All right, and nothing wicked was able to come up against him. This is Daniel 6:16. It says, then the king and they brought, then the king commanded, and they brought Daniel and cast him into the den of lions. Now the king spake and said unto Daniel, thy power whom thou servest continually, he will deliver thee. And a stone was brought and laid upon the mouth of the den. And the king sealed it with his own signet, and with the signet of his lords, that the purpose might not be changed concerning Daniel. Then the king went to his palace and placed the night fasting, neither were instruments of music brought before him, and his sleep went from him. Then the king arose very early in the morning and went haste unto the den of lions. And then he came to the den, he cried with a lamentable voice unto Daniel. And the king spake and said to Daniel, O Daniel, servant of the living power, is thy power whom thou servest continually able to deliver thee from the lions? So they was mocking. They was mocking, Daniel and Yahweh Shemel Shai. They're like, okay, we're gonna catch you here with these lions. Your power have enough of strength and power to deliver you from not being eaten up. It says, then said Daniel unto the king, O king, live forever. My power had sent his angel and had shut the lions' mouths, that they have not hurt me, for as much as before him innocency was found in me, and also before thee, O king, I have done no hurt. Then the king was exceeding glad for him, and commanded that they should take Daniel up out of the den. So Daniel was taken up out of the den, and no manner of hurt was found upon him, because he believed in his power. All right, and that's what we subject to do today. All right, truly put your trust in Yahweh Shemel Shai no matter what. All right, because what? The things that was written aforetime was for our learning. So if you look at all these accounts, well, Job, All right, Maccabees, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. You know, hey, you look at all these accounts. Hey, that was real. That was some real messed up situation that the brothers was in. But what? Hey, they really put their trust in Yahweh Shem Shai, and the Lord gave them that strength and that faith. Ultimately, all right, that faith to believe that they will be delivered from all these different things. All right, and it said, and the king commanded, and they brought those men which had accursed Daniel, and they cast them into the den of lions, them, their children, and their wives. And the lions had mastery of them, and break all their bones in pieces, or ever they came at the bottom of the den. So they cast everybody that basically came up against Daniel. You know, they cast them in the dens then, and the lions tore them up. The lions tore them up. And who had that happen? Yahweh Shem Shai. You know, even tell you if I'm not mistaken, a Bell of Dragon and Apocrypha, it tells you that when Daniel got hungry, the Lord put a spirit on Habakkuk. Habakkuk didn't know where he was going, but he arrived to that dinner and gave Daniel some food, because what? Hey, Daniel feared the Lord, you know. And that was all a test. That was all a test to see if he would truly believe in the Lord. All right. And guess what? He did. You know. And that's the faith that the elect men are gonna have. That's the faith that the elect men are gonna have. All right. Unmovable. No matter what brothers go through. Hey, we're gonna stay firm in this truth and push. Hey, till we get up out of this thing. All right. This is Ecclesiasticus 8 and 12. It says, though a sinner do evil 100 times, and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear the Most High, which fear before Him. All right, and it tells you in the scriptures, that don't worry about the sinners or the evildoers. All right, how they gonna be destroyed, but how the elect is gonna be delivered. All right, or how the righteous is gonna be delivered. Because what? In this end, just because judgment don't come expediently, don't think that it won't come at all. All right. Hey, when everything hit the fan, the Lord tell you, Amos, all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword. And not just the sword, but a pestilence. The famine, a famine of food, hunger. A real treacherous death. Real grievous death. The Lord is not gonna be playing games with none of the wicked. All right, because just like it was in our life to get this truth and push like we are, it was in their lives to live a life full of vanity and be put to death in the end. Just to show the wrath of the Lord. All right. It says, but it shall not be well with the wicked. It won't be good at all for the wicked. They don't stand a chance. They was born just to be put to death. Neither shall he prolong his days, which are as a shadow, because he feared not before the Most High. And that's why 2/3 of our nation has to be put to death, because they don't fear the Lord. They won't fear the Lord at all. This is Daniel 3 and 14. It says, Nebuchadnezzar spake, going into Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. It says, Nebuchadnezzar spake and said unto them, Is it true, O Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, do not ye serve my gods, nor worship the golden image which I have set up? If it be so, our power whom we serve is able to deliver us from the burning fire. He will deliver us out of thine hand, O king. But if not, be it known unto thee, O king, that we will not serve thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up. Then Nebuchadnezzar was fullest. Salakia. Okay, I'm gonna just go back to 17. It says, if it be so, our power whom we serve is able to deliver us from the burning fires. and he will deliver us out of thy hand, O king. But if not, be it known unto thee, O king, that we will not serve thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up. All right. Hey, so the brother, the brothers was tough. Brothers had faith. That showed much faith. Because what? Hey, they knew that it was going off to bow down to those the golden image, and worship the gods that Nebuchadnezzar had set up. All right. They said, hey, if hey, we know that Yahweh can deliver us. And even if he don't, hey, we still not bowing down. You know, that's much faith. You know, that's faith. It says, then then Nebuchadnezzar was full of fury, and the form of his visions was changed against Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Therefore he spake and commanded that they should heat the furnace 1/7 times more than it was wont to be heated. All right, so they basically put that mug on max power. They put it on max power. It says, and he commanded the most mighty men that were in his army to bind Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and to cast them into the burning fiery furnace. Then these men were bound in their coats, their hosen, and their heads, and their other garments, and were cast into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. Therefore, because the king's commandments was urgent and the furnace exceeding hot, the flame of the fire slew those men and took up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. It says, Salaki. Okay. And Abednego, and these three men, Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego, fell down to the bottom of the midst of the furnace. Then Nebuchadnezzar the king was astonished and rose up in haste and spake. And he said unto his counselors, did we not cast 3 men bound into the midst of the fire? They answered and said unto the king, true, O king. He answered and said, lo, I see 4 men loose walking in the midst of the fire, and they have no hurt. And the form of the 4th is like the Son of the Most High. Hey, so that goes, hey, to the Lord protecting them. They had the Lord protecting them in the fire. When they was cast in the fire, in a furnace. In the furnace, and the Lord, man, the Lord had much mercy and showed them hella favor. Because what? Hey, they didn't bow down to the images of Nebuchadnezzar. Or the gods that he had set up. They wasn't doing it. It says, he answered and said, then Nebuchadnezzar came near to the mouth of the burning fiery furnace and spake and said, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, ye servants of the Most High power, of the Most High Yahweh, come forth, come hither. Then Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego came forth out of the midst of the fire. And the princes, governors, and captives, and the kings, whose bodies the fire had no power, nor was a hair of the head seen. Because what? In Matthew it say not a hair of your head gonna be removed. It says neither was their coats changed, nor the smell of fire had passed on them. Damn. That's power. That's power, Yahweh Shem Yahshai. It says, then Nebuchadnezzar spake and said, blessed be the power of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who has sent his angel and delivered his servants that trusted in him, and have changed the king's word, and yielded their bodies that they may not serve nor worship any god except their own power. It said they yielded their bodies, so they paused everything. They had it to where put it on hold. Just put it on hold. I'm not following it. No matter what you say or no matter what you do against me or try to do to me, I'm not bowing down, you know? And we serve this same power, you know? That's what makes it great, you know? And we serve this same power, how about Shemi Shai, you know? So how much more magnificent and great things that we should see, you know, later on, you know, in the end times that to come, you know? The times to come, how much more great things we gonna see, you know? Being that we really trust in Yahweh Shemi Shai. All right, knowing that this is our last captivity that we are gonna be in, you know? How much more? Because it tells you soon we won't be speaking about how the Lord delivered us out of Egypt, but how he delivered us up out of the north, you know? So you know that, hey, the things that Yahweh Shema Shai is gonna show us, it's gonna top, you know, when we came out of Egypt. It has to, you know. If we won't be speaking about it no more. It says, then the king, okay, it says therefore I made a decree that every people, nation, and language would speak anything amiss against the most high, the power of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego shall be cut into pieces, and their houses shall be made a dunghill, because there is no other power that can deliver after this sort. No other power, you know. And even these heathens seen that. Even these heathens seen that. But you'll have our rebellious, our people, you know, being so rebellious, even after coming out of Egypt, seeing the water be departed, and the children of Israel walking through it, all right, and all the heathens being put to death after that, and they still want to be rebellious, you know. But hey, the heathen saw it, you know. The heathen saw it and said, hey, it's no other power that can deliver, you know, after this sort. They seen true power, you know. They seen power for what it really was. All right. It says, then the king promoted Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the province of Babylon. No, hey man, hey, keep that trust and faith in Yahweh Shemi Shai, because what? He gonna always be there to pull you up out of that fire, you know, the different temptations, the tribulations that we go through, and really and truly, hey, right now is it's easy right now, you know. Not saying that we don't go through anything, because we do, but I'm just you know, comparing it to the things that our forefathers went through. Hey, this walk is, hey, this walk is easy, you know. It's just people make this walk harder than what it really is, you know. Then when I say this, when we get, you know, into Jacob's troubles, then, you know, then you'll know. Then you could be like, oh man, fuck, you know. Until then, hey man, we just gotta, hey, continue doing what we're doing, and even when that time does come, hey, it's still gonna be the same, you know. Hey, more praying, hey, fasting, calling upon the name of Yahweh Shemi Shai. Hey Lord, you know what I'm saying, I need your spirit, you know, lead me this way, or you know, if whatever be of your will, you know, that's just what it's gonna be. And in those days, you're gonna see who the Lord is really dealing with. All right, not dealing with you IUIC, you GOCC, you pastors in the churches. No, he's not dealing with y'all. All right, it's clear to see who the Lord is truly dealing with. All right, putting up the men of the Lord is constantly doing videos, constantly reaching out to different brothers, trying to do teachings, waking up the elect. You know, that's a cut for you pastor, cause y'all not fishing for the elect, man. All these different churches across the world, and y'all done been talked to more than 144,000 people. You know, so if that's the case, we should have been in the kingdom. All right, but scriptures tell you that, hey, Yahweh Shemi Shai will wake up his true prophets in the last days. All right, and that's being fulfilled right now. You know, it's being fulfilled right now. But this is Joshua 1:9. It says, "Have I not commanded thee? Be strong and of a good courage. Be not afraid, neither thou be dismayed. For the Most High Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai is with thee, whithersoever thou goest." All right, so wherever that elect man go, hey, that spirit's gonna be with him. All right, that spirit's gonna forever be with that elect man. All right, Yahweh Shemel Shai is gonna always keep his hands around that man. All right, make sure that he's not indulging in bullshit. All right, or falling to a lustful things. You know, things that he just might want to do. All right, fall into the traps of Satan. It's not gonna happen with the elect men. All right, and if we do fall, hey, we get up. You know, if we do fall, we get up and keep it pushing. All right. So hey, with that, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, double honors to the elders and apostles, of great millstone, every well. Much peace, safety, and blessings to the hopefully elect out there pushing the truth across the four winds in sincerity and diligence. Shalom, Akim.